Let's open the market segments option. This is, I think this is the most nice part of the demo here in this demo case. Now you will see that all the screen navigation is being synchronized between all the three PLCs. All the three PLCs, of course, I didn't say it before, but all the three PLCs, of course, are connected by TCP, by Ethernet, to the Wi-Fi router and communicating between themselves. Let's start with, first of all, to see the screen synchronization by pressing on the emergency button. Now, basically, the emergency button is connected to the Samba PLC. This is the only PLC here that has the I/O connected to it. And you will see now that once I will press on the emergency button, all the three PLCs will show the emergency stop. And once I will release the emergency stop, all the three PLCs go back to the default screen. This is one nice option to show the screen synchronization. Again, if I will go into the program, so once we press on the emergency button, the Samba gets the signal in the input and of course jumps to the emergency screen and send by communication signal to the V700 and the Unistream also to switch their screens into the emergency screens. Now let's click on the market segments. By the way, no matter where I will press on the market segments, even if it's in the Samba or in the V700 or in the Unistream, all the three of them will switch to market segment. Okay, so we press now in the Unistream and all the three switch to market segments. By the way, we thought that it's also nice to show something like from real applications. So it's this is why we chose boilers and water treatment, which are, I think, mostly used in the market. Of course, there are many other that we can add, but right now this is the available market segments in this demo. And yes, and by the way, if you want to add more market segments to the application, we can of course share with you the applications and you can do it by yourself. Right now, let's go first to the boilers. Let's say now we'll click in the V700 on the boilers, and you can see that all the three screens will switch into the boilers. Here, we want to demonstrate, for example, two processes. One process is in the V700. We can see that we have two tanks here, which are the pumps are taking water from the tanks and delivering it into the boiler, into this let's say big boiler in the Samba controller. You can see it, and heating the water. You can switch on and switch off here the boiler. So you see, once you switch it on, you can see, let's say, the fire in the boiler. You can see also at the left side of the Samba, you can see the temperature. The temperature is basically being taken from the PT100, which is on your demo case. If you will heat the PT100, you will see that the temperature will rise, and later on we will demonstrate also how it's being done. Then if we look at the Unistream, what we want, for example, to emphasize here is that the Unistream is having control on both of the system, the V700 and the Samba. You can see the whole picture of both the Samba and the V700 in one place. And now I will just control, for example, let's say, as guys press now, he just opened the valve. So you can see that changing the valve is also being changed both here and in the V700. Okay, again, I will press on the V700 and you can see that it's being changed also in the Unistream. So everything here is synchronized. The valves, the pumps, okay, the values that you see, everything is being transferred by communication. Now, another thing we wanted to show here is changing, for example, the temperature set point. Before that, if you look at the left side of the screen here in the Unistream, you can see we have here like a bar that shows the alarm set point. So in green color, let's say it's okay. In yellow color also it's a warning, and red color is an alarm. Right now the temperature, as you can see, is 25.6. I will warm up now the PT100, and once it will be, the temperature will go high above 27 degrees. You can see immediately, and you can hear also, I hope that you can hear also the sound. You can see the alarm is flashing. You can see the mute button that you can press on it to mute the sound. And once you press on the alarm button, you can go into the list of the alarms. You can see the name of the alarm, and so on and so on. So basically what you get here is a kind of a nice simulation of complete system. Two processes, one which is the tanks, one is the boiler. Unistream control both of them. You can simulate here alarms. You can even here change a set point and see how the RFID is being played here. We click here on the change temperature set point, and once we click on it, it asks us to swipe my ID card. First, we will swipe a different card which is not in the system. For example, Guy's card, and you can see it says, okay, I'm not recognizing your card, so we'll not be able to change the set point. But if I will flash the card that I already put in the system, it gave my name, and I'm able now to change here from this screen the set point values. All right. By the way, these colors of that you see here are reflected on the tower light. So once the temperature is between 25 to 26, the green light in the tower light will be on. When the values are between 26 and 27, the yellow light in the tower will be on, and so on and so on. So also the tower light is corresponding with the PT100 temperature. Another nice option we put here also to show like a complete application is the two buttons that you can see at the bottom here, data table and trend. Let's start by that with data table. If we open the data table, we can see some data logging of all the pressure, temperature, okay, water levels, and so on. So the data logging here is being done into a data table, and one can see it on the screen. Also, we are saving also the data as a trend. You can also demonstrate all the values like the boiler, the water flow, the pressure of the boiler, of the water, and so on, are being simulated here into the trend screen. So you get like a full simulation of a full system with all the features of alarms, sound, trending, data tables, nice screens, remote controlling to a two system which are remotely, for example, the V700 and Samba.
Different rooms.
So, and also a full synchronization between the PLCs like I mentioned, by activating some pump here, and you can see immediately how it reflect in the other PLCs. Again, I will give the option for questions at the end of this webinar.